everyone, welcome back to my channel. So today's video is going to be a different video on my channel. I don't think so I've ever shared a story time or something like that with you guys, but since I keep getting few DMs on Instagram about how is life in Australia, how did I come here, what do I do, and things like that, like you guys are interested in the life abroad. So I thought, okay, let me just sit and talk to you guys and tell you in detail what happened, and if any of you are planning to move abroad because of any reason, then this video might help you guys to give you not the proper 100% clarity, but at least 50% of the clarity you guys are gonna get after watching this video. So stay tuned and let's get started. Reasons why people move abroad and why I have moved abroad. I live in Australia. If you don't know me, then there can be n number of reasons. You could go out for study, which is I think most common reason, and then you can get a job somewhere abroad, or like me, you can get married and then your partner could be living in another country and then you will have to go with him or her or whatever. So yeah, that happened. I got married and then I moved to Australia with my husband. The second thing is the process, the whole thing. So it's a big, lengthy, tiring process. You have to go through so many things. It depends on country to country, but major the steps are the same. So you have to get a visa, then you have to get your medical done, your insurance done. So before entering in any country, particularly Australia, because I had gone through all of these process, you have to get your medical examination done. So they have different tests if whether you have TB or whatever, like if you are pregnant, like there are a number of tests that the Australian government lies down for you. So you have to go through all of those, and they have their designated centers across India. So आपको उन्हीं centers पे जाके वो test कराने हैं, and then they send the report directly to the government here, and then yeah, like you don't really get to know in between कि क्या हो रहा है, but basically you just have to go and give all of those tests to whatever place you are assigned to, and all of that goes straight to the embassy where your file is in processing. Then you put your file. It involves a lot of money. You have to take a insurance for as many people, like every person who is traveling with you. Either you're traveling or you are going for studying, whatever. So whatever amount of time you're gonna spend abroad in that country, the government of that country, like say Australia, demands you to have a insurance plan for 2 years, that in case you get sick here in their country, you already have an insurance to fall back on and to cover all your expenses. Then you also have to show a lot of money in your bank account, that you have a certain amount to take care of your living expenses when you are living abroad. अगर आप कॉलेज में जा रहे हैं तो आपको कुछ हो सकता है कॉलेजेस बोलेंगे कि आपको कुछ टाइम की फीस पहले डिपॉजिट करनी है, या आपको इतना अमाउंट अपने अकाउंट में ट्रांसफर करना है, and something like that. So a lot of money and a lot of things are involved in it. And of course अगर आप स्टूडेंट हो और आप अगर स्टूडेंट लोन लेके आ रहे हो, then I think 70% of your tension is over, because वो ऑलरेडी बैंक के साथ चीज़ें होके आती हैं. बट इन केस आप स्टूडेंट वीज़ा पे नहीं आ रहे हो तो ये सारी चीज़ें हैं. अगर आप जॉब के पर्पज से आ रहे हो और whatever company is sponsoring you, then again your 80% of your tension is over, because you don't have to do anything. Most of the things these companies take care for you on your behalf. So yeah, that's pretty much the process before you leave. Then coming to the third point, आपका वीजा आ गया, आपकी टिकट्स हो गई, सब कुछ क्लियर हो गया, and then you're finally ready to go or to leave. So see, goodbyes are never easy. So of course you're gonna leave your family behind, you'll have your friends, you know, you'll have that moment where you feel कि नहीं ये गलत decision है, मुझे नहीं जाना चाहिए. But then always remember that after every goodbye there's always a hello waiting for you. So yeah, take that in that spirit. And आपने ये सारी चीजें सोच के, क्या सोच के पहले की थी, आप किस स्टेट ऑफ माइंड में हो गया, आपने कुछ तो सोचा होगा अपनी लाइफ के बारे में, और वो सारी चीजें इस गुड बाय के चक्कर में इफेक्ट मत होने देना. एंड जस्ट बी स्ट्रॉन्ग. आई एम श्योर you and your family, your friends and everyone who loves you, you know, will get used to it. So yeah, I mean it's difficult, but ठीक है, you're going to be a different person altogether, you know, you're taking this step for yourself. So yeah, just do it. And then you finally, you know, took the flight, you came to whatever country you are planning to go, you came to Australia, let's say, and then the life hits you hard on your face. You have to take care of every single thing on your own. Like, you don't get to have your mom running behind you, you don't get to have your, you know, whatever, parents and brothers and sisters and everyone. No one's gonna come to help you. It's only you who have to do things for your own. So you will have to pay your own bills, you will have to find a place to live first of all, then you'll have to pay rent, you know, you'll have to find a job, because you can't keep asking your parents or whoever to keep sending you money and you just, you know, live here and do nothing. So yeah, you'll have to do all of that, and then you become independent. Adulthood basically strikes you, and then you just get to become like a independent person who does everything on their own. You will not have anyone to cook for you, so you'll have to cook whatever, Maggie or anda boil karna or whatever it is, but you will have to do it on your own. I know sometimes it gets like pretty, I don't know how to put it, like depressing, especially when you are sick and you don't have anyone around you, you know. It gets a little sad. Then you feel like, oh my god, what have I done to myself? But just make sure, you know, this is gonna pass too, and you'll be back and healthy and doing everything like you used to do again in a few days or something. So yeah, that's that. But again, everything I think in life has a pro and a con, you know, to its own. So yeah, that's something that's gonna happen to you, so be prepared for that. And then as time goes by, you become one of the locals at the place that you are living in, and it is so pretty awesome to be a part of the new culture. Like, you will experience so many things, so many new you know, you meet people, their language can be different, food, like every single thing can be different, like totally opposites from where you are coming from. And yeah, it can sometimes be so amazing and so awesome. Like, my journey here in Australia so far has been so good. I love staying here. Like, I wouldn't really want to go back to India and live forever, because I love my life here. I like doing things what I like, the way I do. I like you know, whatever Australia has to offer. And you then, you know, slowly as time goes by, you get to know where you find the best coffee, or where you can get the best pasta, or you find discounts and everything. Like, you become a local at that place. And when you are traveling, you are only doing it for a certain amount of time. As in, if you're traveling, maybe you can travel for maximum a month and stay for a month in a place. But when you are actually living abroad, it's a different experience. You cannot become a local in 1 month, but you can become a local in a year or 2 years or whatever it is. So yeah, you get to learn so much about culture and people and everything. So yeah, that's a big perk of staying abroad. And then you know, finally there is this question that everyone keeps asking you, that where is your home? Because if the family in India, the people in India think, oh, Australia is your home, and people here in Australia who are actually like, who are the local Australians, they feel, oh, you belong to India, you come from India, you know, and then you find yourself in this confusion that where actually do I belong, like where is my home? So I think answer to that could be, a lot of people think ki, you know, your home is where your heart is, and or your home is where you have spent your childhood. But I think for me, my home is where I come in after a tiring day of work, and you know, my phone gets connected to my Wi-Fi automatically. I can lie down in my bed and sleep through, and then wake up in the morning and again start my day. So I feel I am more you know, happy in this environment, but it is totally up to you to decide where you want to have your home, and you know, if you want to continue in the same country after you finish your course, or after your term at your job is done, or you want to go back to your own country. Like, that's everyone's call, like individual call. And then lastly, we discussed the pros and cons. So the pro, I think, of living abroad is that you know, you get to have 2 addresses. So you can call India wala ghar as your ghar, you can call Australia wala ghar as your own ghar, and then you know, you get to have 2 phone numbers, 2 different currencies all the time in your purse. And yeah, it's just a different feeling. When I came to India after 2 years, you know, I was visiting my family for a month. I felt like, oh, I'm coming home. And then from India, when I was coming back to Australia, and I felt like, oh, this is my home, you know, this is where I belong. And yeah, so it's just I think it's a perk that you get to sail in 2 boats at the same time and experience 2 different cultures and countries and everything at the same time. And whereas the con, I would say, is that, you know, no matter where you are, life still keeps on going. Like nothing will stop from happening if you are not there. Like, your friends will still get married in India, your friends can have babies, you can you know, your family get-togethers, you don't get to be at every family get-together, or you don't get to attend birthdays of your sibling or your parents or anniversaries or whatever. So yeah, basically the show still goes on despite of you being there or you not being there. So I think that's the con. But apart from that, I mean, it is totally up to you. Each person can decide for their own self if, you know, they enjoy the life abroad or they enjoy the life back at home in India. So yeah, that was my whole gist of making this video, that, you know, you get a clear idea कि क्या होता है living abroad. It is not that the grass is greener on the other side always. So it may feel like, you know, oh, it's better. See, these people who live abroad, they enjoy their life. But we have to even work harder. I feel I work more hard here in Australia than I've ever had in India. So yeah, you don't get to have you know, so much of help as much as you could get in India. But again, I get to enjoy you know, Australian food and culture and shopping that I don't think so I would get if only I can talk. So I don't think I could be, you know, getting this new culture and food and everything, new people. I couldn't be meeting Australians and, you know, get to know them personally if I was living in India. So yeah, that's the whole thing. Like, you will never get everything served to you in one platter. You will always have to leave something out of your plate to enjoy rest of the items. So it's like that. I don't know if this even makes any sense, but I really hope this was helpful and you find something. And you know, if you are planning to move abroad, then let me know in the comments. Feel free to DM me on Instagram and ask me whatever you want to ask, and I will see you the next time. Bye.